Hello, welcome to IT Expert YouTube video series. Today we are going to talk about database interview questions. What is a database? A database is an organized collection of structured information, or data, typically stored electronically in a computer system. A database is usually controlled by a database management system. DBMS data within the most common types of databases in operation today is typically modeled in rows and columns in a series of tables to make processing and data querying efficient. There are many different types of databases. The best database for a specific organization depends on how the organization intends to use the data. Relational databases. Relational database technology provides the most efficient and flexible way to access structured information. Object-oriented databases. Information in an object-oriented database is represented in the form of objects, as in object-oriented programming. Distributed databases. A distributed database consists of two or more files located in different sites. The database may be stored on multiple computers, located in the same physical location, or scattered over different networks. Data warehouses. A central repository for data. A data warehouse is a type of database specifically designed for fast query and analysis. No SQL databases. A no SQL, or non-relational database, allows unstructured and semi-structured data to be stored and manipulated. Graph databases. A graph database stores data in terms of entities and the relationships between entities. What is SQL? SQL is a non-procedural programming language developed by IBM. SQL can be used to share and manage data, particularly data that is found in relational database management systems. SQL is the standard language for relational database system. All the relational database management systems, RDBMS, like MySQL, MS Access, Oracle, Sybase, Informix, Postgres and SQL Server use SQL as their standard database language. What are SQL joins? What are the different types of joins? SQL join statements allow us to access information from two or more tables at once. There are four different types of join operations. Inner join returns dataset that have matching values in both tables. Left outer join returns all records from the left table and matched records from the rights. Right outer join returns all records from the right table and the matched records from the left. Full outer join returns all records when there is a match in either the left table or right table. What is a primary key constraint? The primary key constraint uniquely identifies each record in a table. Primary keys must contain unique values and cannot contain null values. The primary key constraint specifies that the constrained column's values must uniquely identify each row. The primary key constraint must be used for every table because it provides an intrinsic structure to the table's data. Tables can only have one primary key. What is an RDBMS, and how is it different from a traditional DBMS? RDBMS stands for Relational Database Management System, which is the root for SQL. In DBMS, the data is stored as a file, whereas in RDBMS, data is stored in the form of tables. RDBMS features multiple layers of security while handling data, while DBMS has low-level security. Multiple data elements are accessible together while DBMS access individual data elements. What is union, all, minus, and intersect set operators? Union merges the results of two select statements. Union statements only return unique values. Union all returns all data from all tables, no matter if it is a duplicate or not. Minus returns unique rows selected by the first query but not the rows selected from the second query. Intersect takes the data from both result sets which are in common. What are entities and relationships? An entity is a real-world object. In a DBMS, these entities are the tables. The attributes describe the entities. A relationship signifies an association among the entities. There are three types of relationships that can exist between the entities. They are the binary, recursive, and the ternary relationship. What is the difference between a truncate command and a delete command? The delete command is a type of data manipulation language, DML, command deployed by a user when they need to specify any tuple, row, that they want to delete or remove from a relation or table. This command also contains a clause named where. If you use the delete command along with the where clause, it will then delete or remove only the rows or tuples that cater to the provided conditions. Otherwise, it ultimately removes all the tuples or rows from your table. The truncate command is a type of data definition language, DDL, command that one can use for deleting all the tuples or rows from a given table. The only difference that it has from the delete command is that the truncate command does not have the where clause. When we talk about the truncate command, it records the transaction log regarding every deleted data page. The truncate command, unlike the delete command, is very fast. Just like the delete command, a user can deploy the truncate command to roll back the data. What is normalization and denormalization? Normalization is the method used in a database to reduce the data redundancy and data inconsistency from the table. It is the technique in which non-redundancy and consistency data are stored in the set schema. Denormalization is also the method that is used in a database. It is used to add redundancy to execute the query quickly. It is a technique in which data are combined to execute the query quickly. What is a stored procedure? A stored procedure is a series of SQL statements compiled and saved to the database. Stored procedures often contain conditional programming such as if-else statements, for example. Stored procedures can also accept parameters. The commands in a procedure are executed as a single batch of code. This can significantly reduce network traffic between the server and client because only the call to execute the procedure is sent across the network. What are ACID properties? Atomicity: a transaction must execute exactly once and must be atomic, either all the work is done or none of it is. Atomicity eliminates the chance of processing only a subset of operations. Consistent: a transaction must preserve the consistency of data, transforming one consistent state of data into another consistent state of data. Isolated: a transaction must be a unit of isolation, which means that concurrent transactions should behave as if each were the only transaction running in the system. Durable: a transaction must be recoverable and therefore must have durability. If a transaction commits, the system guarantees that its updates can persist even if the computer crashes immediately after the commit. What is the difference between CHAR and VARCHAR data types in SQL? CHAR. CHAR data type is used to store character strings of fixed length. In CHAR, if the string length is less than the set or fixed length, it is padded with extra memory space. CHAR stands for character. Storage size of CHAR data types is equal to n bytes set length. Better performance than VARCHAR. VARCHAR. VARCHAR data type is used to store character strings of variable length. In VARCHAR, if the length of the string is less than the set or fixed length, it will store as it is without padded with extra memory spaces. VARCHAR stands for variable character. Storage size of VARCHAR data type is equal to the actual length of the entered string in bytes. Performance is not good as compared to CHAR. Thank you for watching this video. We provide hands-on training with labs, homework, group projects. Prepare you for the certification. Provide real projects. Internship opportunities. Support you in Resume, LinkedIn. Staffing support. Provide tech references. In-person, online class. Class retake options and more. Call us